Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Aditya Simha, and I will be your DPP wellness coach for today.
Yeah, hi. My name is Praveen. I'll be the participant for the coaching program. Right. I'll go ahead and start share screen. Yeah, go ahead.
So today we will be talking about Module 12, which is staying active to prevent type 2 diabetes. So basically, staying active over the long term can help to prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Scrolling down here, we see the session plan. And in this session, we will talk about some benefits of staying active, some challenges of staying active and ways to overcome them, and then how far you've come since you started this program. And you'll also make a new action plan. Some basic important tips. Know your why. Remind yourself every day why you want to stay active, and ask friends and family to remind you too. And reward yourself. Give yourself small non-food rewards for meeting your physical activity goals. Ask family and friends to support you. So going down here, we have a story, Teo's story. So Teo's at risk for type 2.
I'll go ahead and read that as a participant.
Sure.
Yeah. Theo story part 1. Theo is at risk for type 2 diabetes. His doctor asked him to lose 20 pounds and aim for at least 150 minutes of activity each week. He tries to meet this goal by walking for 30 minutes, 5 days a week. With a lot of hard work, Theo reached his weight and activity goals. His blood sugar levels are normal range now, and his doctor says he has lowered his risk for type 2 diabetes. Theo's doctor tells him to keep up the good work and remind him of some of the benefits of staying active. Better sleep and mood, improved balance and flexibility, lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Oh, that's a good one. Lower risk of heart attack and stroke, lower stress levels, more energy, and then stronger muscles. I like that he has his daughter on him. Looks happy spending time with the family. Right, it's good. Theo's story, part 2. But as time goes on, Theo's schedule gets busier. His wife starts going to night classes. So in addition to preparing dinner on his scheduled days for the family, he needs to prepare dinner 2 additional days of the week. Theo now goes to the grocery store during his lunch break. As a result, he no longer has time to walk during the lunch. It's hard for Theo to find time to be active. Plus, he has met his weight loss goal, so he feels less motivated. His physical activity routine is slipping. Theo decides to take action. He's active with his kids. He gives himself small non-food rewards for meeting his movement goals. And he asks his kids to pitch in more with preparing meals and other chores around the house. So he has more time to be active. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get the kids involved more. Today, Theo's physical activity routine is back on track. He plans to stay active over the long term. He wants to be healthy. Plus, he likes how he feels when he is active. Oh, it's great. All right. So I like the fact that it got worse and then he took action and he basically got back on track. I like the fact
it can be easy to lose motivation once you've already met your goal, but it's important to keep that up.
Mhm.
So it can be challenging to stay active over the long term. And so we have here some common challenges as well as strategies to address them. And you can always write your own ideas in the other ways to succeed column and check off each one that you try. So one challenge here is I feel less motivated. So ways to overcome that is, as said before, know your why. Remind yourself every day why you want to stay active. Ask family and friends to remind you too. Plan ahead. Make physical activity a regular part of your schedule. Put it on your calendar at a set time. Commit to be fit, work out with a family member or a friend, take an exercise class, join a walking group, something social that you're doing with people around you. Keep it fun. Keep trying new ways to be active until you find some you enjoy. Maybe watch videos or listen to music while you work out. Try an exercise app. Challenge yourself. Set new physical activity goals for yourself or compete with a friend. And then finally, reward yourself. Give yourself small non-food rewards for meeting your physical activity goals. Ask family and friends again to support you.
Mhm.
So Praveen,
Yeah.
uh, about the reward yourself section, what kind of rewards do you think you'd give yourself after a successful after meeting your physical activity goals?
Yeah, I feel like to me, to plan ahead is always something that I really like. If I can make physical activity a regular part of my schedule, then it's just easy to do it. Otherwise it's just hard to commit to that. And I also get like sometimes very less motivated as well. And having some sort of a diary and writing those things down as to why you want to stay active, kind of remind yourself. I think that's very helpful. I think yeah. I think overall, I think looks like they covered pretty much all the ones. I can't think of any other way. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think this especially is the biggest hurdle because if you're not motivated, nothing else really matters. So
Better.
could you maybe elaborate or do you have some more ideas on how best you would remind yourself why exactly you're doing this?
Right. So definitely, I need to stay active so that I can reverse type 2 diabetes. And the long-term consequences of diabetes are really bad. And if I get on medication, it just makes things a lot worse. I've seen people, like especially in my family, that they start on medication and then it just got worse and worse over time. So you really need like this sort of active to reverse type 2 diabetes. So that's
Do you
definitely.
think it also helps to look at the positive aspects that physical activity might bring to your mental well-being, physical well-being?
Right. I mean, definitely, those things are also very important. Like, for example, anytime you go for a walk, come back, you're more happy, your stress is lower, chances are you talk to somebody, and you feel good too. So, yeah, definitely, being active helps you get through the day easier. So those are some good reasons for me to stay active as well,
Yeah.
apart from the actual goal. Hmm.
All right, thank you. So scrolling down here.
Hmm.
The next challenge is I have less time due to life changes. So some ways to succeed, work out while you get things done. Um, you can move briskly while you sweep the floor, mow the lawn, shop, or walk your dog. Make screen time active time. You can always lift weights or ride a stationary bike or even march in place while you watch TV or videos.
Hmm.
Uh, Stay in touch, take a walk with a friend or talk on your phone while you walk.
Mhm,
Walk or bike to get to places. Ride your bike to work. Park in a distant part of the lot and take the stairs instead of the elevator. You can
mhm,
even get off one bus stop early.
mhm,
Divide and conquer. Break your 150 minutes into 10-minute chunks. And
mhm,
then finally, ask for help. Ask family members to pitch in with daily tasks so you have more time to be active. So a
excellent.
lot of these sort of seem to revolve around being active while you're doing other things at the same time. Uh,
Mhm.
and I was wondering, Praveen, do you have experience or do you know of anyone else who's had experience with this? And if so, how practical do you
Yeah,
think
these
the
are definitely very practical things. Especially I use, like, whenever I walk, if I feel like my walking is boring. First of all, I have a pet that, very motivated to take me for a walk. So that helps me a lot. And then I actually call my friends, and then, and then once you're talking to your friend and, while you're, walking, it doesn't seem like any chore, that walking becomes a, less chore. I think these are some of the things about like, that I don't do. I think that these are good. Like, sometimes I just get into the habit of, if after I have if I'm tired, I'll just start scrolling through social media. So I think this is good that they're recommending that I, lift weights or, get on a bike. I don't have a stationary bike, but I would just definitely try to, keep a weight or something nearby so I can lift weights while watching social media. So that's that way I can control that. But yeah, these are all some great ideas. I think I normally don't, do things briskly, so I can work on that. I'm like always like, I have to do this now. So I think I should be more like, let me finish this so I get actually even get workout too. So yeah. I think those are some good ideas.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you for your input there. Scrolling down here, we have the next challenge. I have less money due to life changes. So ways to overcome that is do free activities like walking, dancing, marching in place. You can buy workout clothes and supplies on sale. Look for free exercise classes at your community center. Um, look for exercise videos online and at the library, or even download the free exercise apps. And you can ask about need-based fees at the gym. One thing I'm noting that seems to not be explicitly stated here is at-home workouts.
Right.
Have you tried any at-home workouts
Yeah, I do.
yourself?
Yeah, so a lot of times, on YouTube, especially, there are a lot of videos. I try something called Roberta's Gym, which basically has a timer, and it also has, it's a very nice videos that they have to basically say 10 minutes or 15 minutes that you can put it up on a screen and then just keep, follow the instructions. Like I said, in the past, I used to get these exercise videos. I like this instructor called I forgot her name. That name skips me, but it'll come back to me. But she's also very famous. Is she's not Jane Fonda, it's somebody else, Dennis Austin. Her exercise videos are also really good. Yeah, there are a lot of videos out there in social media. Like, for example, Instagram has a lot of tips, a lot of people who give free advice. So yeah, a lot of thrift stores have a lot of stuff on sale. So it's always good to buy things in a thrift store if you're challenged for money. So yeah, so some good advices. Yeah.
If there are two sources of free advice that sort of conflict with each other, how would you decide which one you'd want to follow?
Yeah, usually I just so like everything else, you need variety, right, in life. So the thing about any exercise is, for some people, at least, especially me, I need like the variety to keep up. So to me, it's like I'll try everything. So if there are two ways, I'll pick one first and then do it, and the next time I'll do the other ones. That way, I always, try to vary it quite a bit.
I see. All right.
Mhm.
So moving on here, the next challenge is the weather is making it hard to walk outdoors.
Mhm.
So some tips to overcome this are to dress for the weather appropriately.
Yeah,
You
bottle
can,
up. Mhm.
yeah, uh, you can walk even in a mall, so it doesn't have to be outdoors.
Mhm.
You can walk, march, jog, or do jumping jacks in place.
Mhm.
Go up and down the stairs several times in a row.
Right.
Try another way to be active, such as swimming, although depending on the weather, maybe that won't be an option either.
Maybe harder. Yeah.
Yeah. Lift weights or heavier household items like cans of food or bottles of water.
Mhm.
Um, and then finally play a game with your children, grandchildren, or pets, that gets your heart pumping.
Yep.
Yeah, these are some useful tips here, I think.
Mhm.
Which of these, if any, do you do the most, Praveen?
Yeah, so especially for me being in San Diego, the weather is always great, but sometimes it actually rains. So in those cases, I usually walk in the within the house. We have two floors, so I always go up and down the floor. And the other thing is I have a bunch of weights that I try to lift and follow some YouTube videos and things like that. So yeah, I feel like all these are good advice, and so I've never really felt the need to be restricted or yeah. Yeah, these are some good ideas.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Finally, going down here, we have the final challenge, which is I'm injured. So ways to overcome that is ask your healthcare provider how to treat the injury. For
Mhm,
instance, you may need to rest and ice the area.
mhm,
Um, you can also find another way to be active. For example, if your foot hurts, you may still be able to swim.
mhm,
Um, use splints and supports as needed, and
mhm.
then finally get more active over time to avoid injury.
Right. Yeah.
Um, okay, so going down here, um, just if it can be in small groups, but it can also be a bit of just self-reflection, where you're discussing or thinking about what types of activities did you do when you first started this program, and what do you do now? How many minutes a day were you active when you first started this program? How many minutes a day are you active now? How did you feel about being active when you first started this program? How do you feel about being active now?
Mhm.
Um, and Praveen, I just have a
Yeah.
quick question for you. Let's say there are some participants who don't feel like much has changed
Mhm.
in terms of their views or how many minutes they're being active. Should they feel discouraged from that, or?
No, no, yeah, I don't think so, because I feel like any changes that you have, even any small changes, will help you in the long term. From my personal experience, I've when I started walking, I was never doing. I was only doing like 5,000 steps a day, but now I've come to a point when I do 10,000 steps a day.
Hmm.
And I've also started doing some challenges with my friends, and where I did like variety of exercises like yoga and doing weights and some workouts. And with those challenges, when I went to the doctor, all my cholesterols went down, my blood pressure was normal, and even my fasting glucose was normal. So there's a lot of hope. I mean, in the whatever the CDC recommends, it's based on evidence.
Yeah,
So I would try to not get discouraged, but continue to fight the battle, one day at a time. So you can definitely get back on track. So
definitely agreed. Yeah, so don't feel too discouraged.
yeah. Mhm,
So going down here, just some more questions for either discussion or self-reflection.
mhm,
So why do you want to stay active over the long term?
mhm,
That's sort of going back to your motivation.
mhm,
Uh, what might make it challenging for you to stay active over the long term? And then
mhm.
how will you overcome those challenges?
Yeah. No, I think for me the biggest challenge is being sticking to a routine. And I will
Same
do
here.
the exercises and then I lose them. So, but I think nowadays I'm part of this group, and then these group, with that group, I have, we have an app that we challenge each other for a number of steps. So
Yeah,
if you actually reach 10,000 steps, you get 1 point. So we're all competing with each other, which is really helping me stay on track. So they're always like liking each other's progress, and so there's like a social media that's actually helping me stay on course. So I think with having some sort of a small group that has the same common challenges is good. I hope that we'll with the CDC and the NRIVA can form such groups so we can overcome these challenges as well. Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and finally, we have just some tips for staying active every day.
Mhm.
Small steps here. Note that it says check off the ideas you want to try. So we're not saying you have to try every single tip on here. Just try the
Mhm.
ones that work for you. Maybe if you don't enjoy hiking, you don't have to hike. You can do something else.
Yes.
So here we have a walk when you can. So at work, stretch and move around every 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Um, get off the bus or train a stop early and then walk to your destination.
Mhm.
Um, go for a half-hour walk instead of watching TV.
Mhm.
Um, or alternatively, marching in place while watching TV, as per the previous recommendation, could be
Mhm.
something to do too. Go up hills instead of around them. Make a Saturday morning walk a habit,
Mhm.
or maybe Sunday morning. Park farther from the store and walk.
Mhm.
Replace a Sunday drive with the Sunday walk. Um, take a walk after dinner. Uh, take a walk during your work breaks. Take the stairs instead of the escalator or elevator.
Mhm.
Uh, take your dog on longer walks. Uh, walk briskly in the mall. Walk to the store, and then finally, walk your children to school.
Mhm.
And just in case the term walking briskly isn't entirely clear to people, Praveen, could you better
Yeah.
define what that means?
Yeah. So walking briskly means you might still be able to talk, but you cannot sing. So you have to like you cannot sing that easily. Like it won't come out well. So that's the difference. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a simple test you can do to see if you're
Mhm.
walking briskly. And then going down here, we have some more tips so you can move more at home.
Mhm.
Fix things around your home, mow your lawn with a push mower, uh, paint your home, rake your lawn,
Mhm.
shovel snow if it snows where you
Mhm.
are. Sweep, mop, or vacuum your floor. Wash your car by hand.
Mhm.
Put one laundry item away at a time, walking from the dryer to the closet each time.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, do you have any other thoughts or tips in terms of daily household tasks or chores that you
Yeah.
can sort of turn
I
into?
think that, for me, it's like gardening. Like, when I go onto the garden, sometimes there are a lot of weeds and there's a lot of, there's some growth. So I spend like a lot of time, getting the weeds out. Sometimes I just like, make sure, all the plants are fertilized, they have the proper soil, things like that. So that gardening actually takes up a lot of effort if you do that. I like the fact that you could moving laundry item putting laundry items is always a good idea. And we have like bedrooms upstairs, so it's always good to do mini walks so that way you increase the number of steps and also hike as well. Yeah, washing your car by hand, I haven't been doing this for a while now, so I think that gives me the motivation to do that. I usually take them to school, so yeah.
Yeah, it's usually easier, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's um. So then finally we have some tips to live actively.
Mhm.
So avoid devices that do work for you, such as electric mixers.
Mhm.
Choose activities that you enjoy and that
Mhm.
fit into your daily life.
Mhm.
Dance to music alone or with someone else.
Mhm.
Give yourself a small non-food reward for meeting your physical activity goals.
Mhm.
You can walk around instead of sitting still at your children's sports events.
Right.
Join a walking or hiking group.
Mhm.
Lift weights or use resistance bands while you watch TV or videos.
Mhm.
March in place while you watch TV.
Mhm.
Uh, Play tag, frisbee, or soccer with your kids or grandkids.
Mhm.
Try new physical activities.
Mhm.
Use an exercise app on your phone or computer, and then finally use an exercise video. So, any last thoughts before we close this module?
Yeah, these are all some great tips. I think for me, usually I try to watch TV, as a reward for myself. A half an hour of TV serial or something like that. But these are some great ideas, and just remember to keep a lot of these nearby. So, like for example, weights or resistance bands, so you can use them. So, I think these are some great tips, and I think you should try to have fun. It's don't think that this is something that you have to do it for your health, but it's more like if you actually do it for fun, feel like you're having fun, you'll actually have fun. So.
Yeah,
uh,
and it might not feel like fun at first, but then you might find that as you do it more, it starts to become fun.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thank you, Praveen.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Aditya. That was good.
And
Right. So with
that's
that, yeah, we'll end this.